Hello students, welcome to today's video lesson. Today we shall discuss the topic of note making. A passage of 550 to 600 words will be given to you in your question paper, from which you will be asked to make notes. A total of 5 marks is allotted to the topic of note making. Note making is a systematic and quick method of writing down important points while reading a text. Note making is an integration of reading and writing skill. Why is the practice of note-making important? Note-making is used to keep a record of the main points while reading a text, to analyze a reading text for references, revise for an exam, to write reports or compositions, to plan a speech, lecture, or a presentation. Notes are taken down quickly and the information is always condensed in form. Certain points that need to be kept in mind while taking notes are: they should be short and comprehensive, they are written in grammatically correct sentences, information noted down is logically divided and subdivided in several headings, abbreviations and symbols are used. Having kept in mind these earlier points, let us now see the actual mechanics or procedure of note-making. The first step is to underline the important words and phrases. Read the passage objectively while underlining so that you are able to identify question-oriented information. Next, write down the points in shortened verb forms and number them. Numbering has 2 formats, and you may use either letters or the decimal system. Combine the related points and ideas into 4 or 5 headings and subheadings. Use abbreviations and symbols for quick note-taking. There are 3 methods of note-making: topicalizing, schemating, and sequencing. Topicalizing involves separating the given information based on the topic. Sequencing involves arranging the information in an order using capital letter, small letters, Roman numerals, or numbers. Schematizing is organizing notes in the form of tables and diagrams. We use certain abbreviations while jotting down notes. Let us go through the chart and have a quick look at these abbreviations. Use contracted forms or the first few letters of words or phrases. For example, vowels are often omitted while noting down words and phrases. For example, symbols are also used while taking down notes. For example, let us now consider an example to understand the above given points. On the basis of your reading of the passage, make notes using headings and subheadings. Use recognizable abbreviations where necessary. Residents of the Bhirang Raut Ki Gali, where Ustad Bismillah Khan was born on March 21, 1916, were in shock. His cousin, 94-year-old Muhammad Idris Khan, had tears in his eyes. Subhan Khan, the caretaker of Bismillah's land, recalled, whenever in Dumarao, he would give rupees 2 to the boys and rupees 5 to the girls of the locality. He was very keen to play Shehnai again in the local Bhiraji's temple, where he had started playing Shehnai with his father, Bachai Khan, at the age of 6. His original name was Kumaruddin and became Bismillah only after he became famous as a Shehnai player in Varanasi. His father, Bachai Khan, was the official Shehnai player of Kesav Prasad Singh, the Maharaja of the erstwhile Dumarao estate. Bismillah used to accompany him. For Bismillah Khan, the connection to music began at a very early age. By his teens, he had already become a master of the Shehnai. On the day India gained freedom, Bismillah Khan, then a sprightly 31-year-old, had the rare honor of playing from Red Fort. But Bismillah Khan won't just be remembered for elevating the Shehnai from an instrument heard only in weddings and Naubat Khanas to one that was appreciated in concert halls across the world. His life was a testimony to the plurality that is India. A practicing Muslim, he would take a daily dip in the Ganga in his younger days after a bout of kusti in Benia Baga Akhada. Every morning, Bismillah Khan would do riyaz at the Balaji temple on the banks of the river. Even during his final hours in the Varanasi hospital, music didn't desert Bismillah Khan. A few hours before he passed away early on Monday, the Shehnai wizard hummed a thumri to show that he was feeling better. This was typical of a man for whom life revolved around music. Throughout his life, he abided by the principle that all religions are one. What marked Bismillah Khan was his simplicity and disregard for the riches that come with musical fame. Till the very end, he used a cycle rickshaw to travel around Varanasi. But the pressure of providing for some 60 family members took its toll during his later years. With that, we come to the end of today's video lesson. We hope this discussion will help you to understand this topic better. See you next in another video where we shall discuss the topic of summarizing the notes.